What up, homies? Yeah, NVIDIA's hot tonight. All right, I guess we got to get on with it. Peace. How low you go? Yeah. I guess that's good enough. Welcome to Forex.Today, the YouTube community of more than 20,000 foreign exchange traders. We gather here today to conduct technical and fundamental analysis with the overriding goal of lowering our risk, lowering our volatility, and creating consistent returns. Why? Because trading is risky, not appropriate for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, is not necessarily indicative of future results. Please stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term, and never risk money you cannot afford to lose. Ni hao ma, Jumbo, Ohio. My name is Wade. I'm a currency trader just like you. And YouTube just went down. Warning. Oh, I got a warning of some sort. Anyway, so, So anyway, wait, I got, there's some sort of YouTube warning going on. So anyways, whatever. Yeah, let me know how I can help. I am your humble servant. We'll go through the charts. I recommend gold, oil, Bitcoin, dollar pairs, yen pairs, but really whatever you want. If you want to look at a cross pair, fine, maybe. All right, so just ask. Squeaky wheel gets the grease. In the description below the video, there's a link to my book. Please leave a review. There's a link to my community. Please join. There's a link to my quant service. Please utilize it. There's a link to Trader's Way, a trustworthy, ethical foreign exchange broker. You've been searching. You're not happy with your current broker. Well, to quote the great Jim Morrison, let me tell you about heartache and the loss of God, wandering in hopeless night. Hey, cheer up. There is a trustworthy foreign exchange broker. It's Trader's Way. Click the link, do some due diligence, check them out. I think you'll like the back office. I think you'll like the execution speed. I think you'll like the spreads and the fees and the swaps. Check them out, tradersway.com. There are lots of resources created for you guys. Leverage them, huh? All right, so dollar is still strong. This is the short-term indices. Yen, yeah, trying to get weak again, but dollar's ripper strong, Swissy's ripper strong, Kiwi's still getting crushed. Aussie come off the, it's come off the top. Euro trying, pound all over the place. This is actually quite a mixed bag. This is actually quite a mixed bag because typically when dollar is so strong, euro is not that great. CAD was strong and now moving sideways. Kiwi was strong and now has collapsed. Aussie collapsed but is now moving sideways. Pound is all over the place. Yen was weak, then it was strong, then it was weak, then it was strong, then it was weak, then it was strong, and oh my God. Well, a lot of the yen pairs not a lot, several of the yen pairs have hit monthly targets, and that's why it stopped weakening. Kiwi, they had a meeting in which they raised interest rates, but apparently they don't want to raise interest rates anymore, and then that sold off. Oh my God. Dollar strong right now, but NVIDIA reported that they make more money than God, And the last time I looked, which was about 6 o'clock in the morning, NVIDIA was up 26% for the day. And the day hasn't even begun. Oh my God, right? Let me just take a look and see where we are. Well, I'm not even getting accurate on Google because it's not open yet, so pre-market. But anyways, the last time I looked was just several hours ago, though. Richard, that would be an M. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I thought you said bottom, but target. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of things that have. All right. So, yeah, let's take a look at the global stock markets. Okay, NASI, ripper hot because 10% of that index is just a couple of stocks, right? A handful of stocks. So it's up, but I would imagine the breadth is narrow. So to me, it's sort of an illusion, a mirage a little bit. Jim says 29. Yeah, that's a big day. I believe if it closes at that level, percentage-wise, then the increase in market capitalization will surpass the biggest ever to occur, which was an Apple move, where the value of Apple went up like 190 billion in one day. I think if NVIDIA is at 29, we're probably over 200 billion market cap for increase in market cap for the day. But there's a lot of time. There's a lot of time. Giddy up. But anyways, that brings some risk on to the stock markets. It also tells the Fed, well, it ain't working yet. So anywho, all we did is come right back off the bottom. And look, and that's what we said yesterday, right? It's down, but it's not down. So, yep, there you go. And then some sort of resolution in the debt ceiling can pop this up another level as well. So don't get too excited, but there might be a buying opportunity today if you are a buyer of the stock market, because we did hit support and we did bounce, and you could do the higher high, higher low thing on the back of that good news and maybe the hope of a compromise. Remember, a compromise needs to happen today because Congress is not going to be around tomorrow. And they're not going to be around Monday. I think not even anytime next week, right? So there's going to be a deal tonight. And that would pop this to the upside. Okay? Richard's got some education. Now it makes more sense. Well, awesome. Euro 50 finally fell all the way down, and we've hit weekly and monthly targets. Remember, if you take the training course at FX Bootcamp like Richard is, you'll know that this predicts that. Le flétul remum. And now you're out, as they say in Kenyatta. Okay? Take a knee, son. Okay? So that is risk off. DAXI hit target last month and now, or last week, and then has collapsed all the way back. Now, this isn't perfect for a counter trend trade because this doesn't fit the right time of the month for this collapse. But if it was earlier in the month, you would expect it to come down to this black line. I wouldn't call that the right time, but it did occur. So it's sort of like, all right, well, there you go. Definitely a profit-taking area. Okay, FTSE. Let's add some more time. Okay. Okay, looks kind of naked, right? let's change that. Okay. So, how do you read this chart? This top here predicts this bottom here. It's in the training course. I'm not making it up. Okay, cool. Yeah. So now maybe flipping the other way in the United States of America and pulling these things off their bottoms. One of the things that you probably have been watching very closely recently is the Nikkei. Okay. This has been leading the way for us in regards to the stock market. We are now above my predictive line, and there might be an opportunity to giddy up long again. Okay, 5A cross to the up. So you're a buyer of dips. You know what I stink? Huh? Are you a buyer of dips now? Shalaka-laka. 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 Cool. All right, so that's that. All right, risk on. What direction should exotics go? Should dollar weaken in a risk on scenario, or should dollar strengthen for a risk on scenario? Risk on, baby. What does that mean? Dollar up, dollar down. Dollar up or dollar down? Dollar up or dollar down? Okay. We'll look at commodities. Wrong one. Exotics is what I want to get to. And we'll take a look at the Mexican peso. Oh my God! Look at that. I'm short money at break even. Got my lower low. Oh my God. Ow. So happy. Ow, ow. So happy. Ow. So happy. Yeah. Do 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 do. Okay, cool. Coolio. Caught the top. Snap. Well, not really. It only looks like a top, but remember, I'm a macro trader, and I look at high time frames, not just low time frames. And well, that's obvious. That's an obvious sell zone. So I sold at resistance. It's also a psychological level of 18. So I'm short at resistance at 18. And then boom. Okay. Cool. Now I've been in it 2 days though, because I believe I actually, in reality, I believe I shorted here. Is that right? Actually, no, I take it back. No, I did sell here. That's right. It did nothing for a whole day. Did nothing for another half a day. I think, is that right? No, I might have actually sold here. I can't remember. But I'll show you the one interesting thing about Forex for you newbies. I talked about this trade yesterday, making 400% a year just on the interest I collect. So, but I want to show you how that works. So I believe 23rd, today's the 25th. So I sold it on this rally. Okay. I sold it here. Delete. I sold it here. I didn't do anything crazy. Okay, but the thing is, what I want to show you is yesterday I had a $1.35. How come this isn't 270 on the swap? Well, on Wednesday, I collect for 3 days. Three times this. Isn't that nice? So I've been in for 2 days, $5.50 collected. Now I'm up $100 on the asset appreciation, but I'm not counting that really. So I've made $5.50, but I've only invested $100. See? I got $100 invested in USD yen. I have $100 invested in USD Mexican peso. And just on the peso, in 2 days, because of the interest I collected on Wednesday, okay, 5.5% return just on interest. Now, total, I have pretty close to 100% internal rate of return. For every dollar invested, I've made $1 back. Plus, I get my $100 back. You see? Ashish, it's actually T plus 2 because it's today, yesterday, and the day before is the way to look at it. That's how you get to the 3. Now, technically, on Wednesday, you get paid interest for Saturday and Sunday. Now, that's really what's going on. So maybe it is T plus 3, but whatever. I suppose it doesn't matter. Oh, I got to clean my Tom Fords. Dirty. Got to feel good for the guy, though, huh? Tom Ford. He worked at Gucci for many years, became the lead designer, and he says, nobody likes the stuff anymore, Mr. Gucci. Mr. Gucci's like, how dare you? And he's like, it's for like elderly Chinese ladies. And he's like, how dare you? So Tom Ford goes out on his own, starts his own fashion line. Does really well for himself over the course of 15 or 20 years. And then he just sold his brand to somebody. And he cashed out with a couple of billion in his pocket. And you're like, dude, good for him. I like success stories. All right, so anywho, that's how that works. So I got myself a carry trade. Can't lose money. I'll tighten this a little bit. Cool, short at 18, going for 8. Okay, this is the billionth time I've done that trade. It's just yet another peso. Let's take a look at commodities. How many hours every day on average would you say you spend on your work? I generally don't stop. So I don't have any hobbies. I don't have any friends. I don't do anything. I rarely leave the house. There's nowhere to go. There's nothing to do. I've been blessed enough where there's no vacation house that's nicer. There's no hotel that's more comfortable. I used to be a member of the country club, but I never had time to golf. And we were spending a lot of money every month. Plus, you also have to, you have every month you're required to spend so much money on food and alcohol and stuff. And we never went to any events, never went there, so we canceled all that. But I don't work. That's the other thing. So I don't work. I don't feel like it's work, but I'm exhausted and yeah, so it is, I guess it is work. So I'm on all the time. Okay, I've been trading Forex. It's what? It's not even 8:30 in the morning for probably 4 hours already today. So, and yeah, so I don't know how many hours every day. I don't even know how to answer the question. But it's just like I can't. Why? I don't know. I guess my mindset. I've been an entrepreneur my whole entire life. I've rarely collected a salary ever in my life. So like, I don't even understand the concept of like not working, like off. Like, what do you mean off? Like, do I punch in and punch out? Like, I'm not trying to be facetious. It's an awkward question for me. Like, I don't know all the time, but then it makes me sound boring, but I am boring. Yeah, I don't do anything else. This is all I do all the time. So I wrote 50 pages of a Forex book. Well, actually a trading book. It's not going to be specifically Forex. On the weekend. Now, the interesting thing about that is I also had family over on the weekend, and I wrote 50 pages of a book. And I already know all this stuff. That's why I'm writing it down. So, but it's interesting, right? So do I count that as work? I was sitting outside last night in the dark with my laptop. Is that work? Okay. Yeah, Richard, Japan and Shanghai are key moments for sure. So anyways, I'd put it this way. You should have a love and passion for what you do. It is exhausting and it does take effort. It does require a lot of sacrifice. But you might be in the same situation where you struggle and you're like, but is it work? Well, it's not a job. But I do define myself by what I do, but it's not necessarily work. It's what I do. So I don't know. I don't know if any of that makes any sense. Bitcoin hit target and the drop should be done for now. So if you're a bear, take a knee, son. Okay, next sell zone is probably somewhere between 27 and 28. Okay. Okay, gold is just hanging out, not falling, not rising. I can't sell it here, and maybe you end up getting a buy later today. A cheap little buy. Is anyone going to like scalp long and hold on? That might be an interesting one. This might be an interesting trade today. Okay, scalp long and hold on. WTI is having a down day. That could be an excellent opportunity for buying. Okay. Again, technically, you would say, well, that doesn't make a lot of sense, Wayne. But fundamentally, if you were basing your trade on the idea that Saudi Arabia is going to intentionally push up oil prices, then you should be a buyer. Because it is the way. So you're buying at 73 and you're going for 100. Okay? Yeah, no joke. So watching the S&P today, faux show, came all the way down to support, and we are just still inside the range. The biggest number for me is about 41.75. Okay. Euro dollar should stop falling. Pound dollar will probably stop falling. Kiwi dollar will probably stop falling. Aussie dollar will probably stop falling. Okay, so I'm concerned about all of that. Today I'll probably focus on the yens. Okay. Pound yen, top of our range and is stopping. Okay. But if I'm going to scalp this today, I think it'd be fun to, if it goes up on a small time frame, to try to get the first move up or the second move up. Okay. Remember, I believe the stock market's going to be up today, so that might be an up. Problem is, CAD yen at target and should drop. And it is dropping, so that really puts the brakes on the first one. So bottom of the range is more likely, looking at that. Okay. Kiwi yen falling, approaching standard deviation, maybe around 84 becomes a buy for a mean reversion type trade. Okay. We have a little bit of a pullback here. Let me show you why. Oh, it's the projected monthly top for May. Well, hell's bells. We've gone from M2 to M4. Perfect. Yeah, right, Greg? Yeah. Kiwi gold. So anyways, Aussie yen also hit monthly target. It's done. So Aussie dollar monthly target. You're right? All these things are on target. It's telling you to take a break. Here's a trade from the Stop Look and Correct session. We were here, and I said technically it makes sense, but everything off the chart is going to influence whether this works or not. So I'm worried that other pairs are hitting targets, so this will not move up. Well, it did move up the first day, but now is coming back down. And I believe it has everything to do with what I said on Tuesday, that technically that's a good trade, but it's the least performing of the bunch. So if the other ones hit targets, people will take profit on those targets, and the yen will just get strong, not fundamentally, just based on the offset, and that brings down an okay trade into a not good trade. And I don't know if that's going to happen, but that's what this is all about, the failure to make a higher high. And to put that in context, some of these pairs are hitting monthly targets. We're 100 million light years away from that same price. So this is much more bearish than the other ones that are very bullish. Okay. Now, if you're a bear on that, that's your opportunity. Right now, we have the stock market rallying in Japan. And so the way you trade this, of course, easy peasy lemon squeezy, is the up, the down, and there's your next move back to the top. And that's going to happen between today and tomorrow. Okay? Oh, right on, Denise. Yeah. Coolio. Okay. So maybe buying a dip. Now remember, today at 10 a.m., it's only 8:30. Today at 10 a.m., the QuantBox live video is posted on the QuantBox YouTube video site. YouTube.com/. Okay. All right. Just so you know, in 90 minutes, you'll get the archive version. If you're a member, a subscriber to QuantBox, you already have the video. It's been up there since about 7 o'clock in the morning. Oh, and since it's fairly new, let me bring that up, quantbox.co. Okay, you log into the dashboard, and there it is, latest video. See, Thursday the 25th. So this video will be on YouTube in 90 minutes from now. And that's what it looks like. All right, I think we're recording by now. Hey, good morning. It's 6:30 in the morning in New York. Cool, right? I know, right? Oh, it's so cool. It's the coolest thing ever. Oh, I know. Hang on. Thank you for that. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back to the indices and see the reaction to the news. Luis is killing the S&P 500, huh? Cool. I mean, we can go into that. Okay. And of course, you can clean all this up if you want. You can go into scalp mode. Okay. Boom, ba boom, boom. Bum, ba dum, bum, 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 wow, 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 wow. Okay. Le flétulium. Okay, that's the first level, second level. Let me make this a little less fat. Why is it so fat? There we go. Come on. Okay. Not a negative number, I suppose, you know. How do you make sense of any of this, huh? Well, it could be worse. So the UK, for example, is in recession. Boom, 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 boom. Boo doo 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 boop boop boop. Seasonally adjusted everything. Quarter over quarter. Release date May 12th. Thought there was a more recent one, but I guess that may. And current prices nominal. I must be remembering this incorrectly. Yeah, I'm remembering it incorrectly. Yeah, I'm remembering. I thought that it was negative now. Such a great website, huh? Beautiful data. We're so blessed now to have so much amazing data. Whatever. I'll have to go back. It's funny, right? 76 people have jobs, but 4% don't. You're like, dude, that doesn't add up to 100. Well, take the training course, and I explain this in great detail. Maybe this is what I'm talking about. It's still 0.1. I thought there was negative in the works, but there must be a different measure, like real GDP. Headline GDP figures. Where's the real implied deflator? Per capita, GDP, current market prices, chained. 0.1. Yeah, it's still not negative. So anyways, I don't know what was going on in my brain. I apologize. Okay, I apologize. There's your little Skippy scalp, by the way. Oh, maybe that's what it was, Jim. Maybe I'm thinking Germany, not UK. Yeah, no, that smells right. German GDP. That smells right. Let me get the data. Okay, let's get some data. There's a do you like my little scalp? It's nice though, right? There you go. All right. That's how you do it though. Confirm selection. Accept. All right. First quarter. Current news, GDP. That's still fourth quarter of last year. I mean, dude, that's not helpful. That came out today. GDP fell by 0.3. But that's not. Again, I guess what we need is real. All right, so I guess this is what I'm looking at here. Okay, in real terms, 2 quarters in a row in Germany of negative GDP. It's real as seasonally adjusted. Okay. By the way, I want to show, I want you to realize or appreciate, how about that? I want you to appreciate that I don't go to like a news source. I don't go, meaning like I don't go to a media website for information. I don't read about what some analyst thinks or what some money manager thinks. I'm not interested in that information. So what I do is I go directly to the source. Okay, this is the German government statistical database. And I'm like, okay, I want to see the data. I hope you appreciate that. Like when I go to get GDP from the United States, I go to the BEA. I go directly to the site. Yesterday, in the day trading group, I spent about a half an hour going line by line through the Fed meeting minutes. I didn't listen to Bloomberg. I didn't listen to CNBC. I didn't listen to didn't read a blog post, didn't listen to a podcast. We went directly to the source and went line by line through the report. And that's what I'm trying to lead by example. If you're going to be the expert, you need to be the source of the information. You need to be the source of the opinion. And therefore, you need to know what data you use to develop that opinion. If you do it, if you have someone else do it, then they're the expert and you're not. Okay, so anyways, paying attention to this. Okay, breakout of the month market open, retracement into the roll reversal, new higher high. That's where we are now. And what you're expecting is this or this. The first one being desirable. Ba 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Oh, it's Thursday. It's the greatest day of the week. That means the swing trading group and the day trading group will be meeting today at 4 p.m. for group work. Neri says Tuesday's meeting replay was excellent. Thank you, Neri. Yeah, I want that to work. I'm concerned I'm not doing enough, or I'm concerned you're. I don't know. I want the sessions to be helpful. Okay, I care about them, so that's all I can say. Good. I know I have a different coaching style than Ryan, so I just want to do good. Sitting on a 1 minute chart, how does that make you feel? If someone looked at those institutional trades, so you're talking about QuantBox, and then looked at retail trades. So let's try to decipher what you're thinking. All right, so retail sentiment. All right, so you're talking about this page, Favor? Okay, if you look at the retail trade and then go for a pair and price action trade, now that is a good strategy. What do you think? So I guess what you're trying to, what you're saying is you find something that's quite different between retail. So retail's on the left. So like Kiwi CAD is 98% long. So you could say, well, I want to sell against retail. I want to hunt stops. So you could do Kiwi CAD or Kiwi dollar. Let's just do Kiwi CAD. Now very quickly, if I look at crosspairs and we look at Kiwi CAD, Okay, there we are. Retail's 98% long. And really the market, the institutions are just slightly bearish. This is just slightly bearish based on positioning. Okay? But this is projected to fall modestly. And yet retail traders are long. So yeah, so you're asking, by the way, look at that. It's working. You're asking on the Kiwi CAD, do I even have such a thing? I guess we have to go here. Kiwi CAD. Yeah, could you have this set up and designed to be bearish? Yeah. Now, I wouldn't sell low like that, but I would start marking out either tomorrow's trades or next week's trades. But there's something going on there and there's something going on there. So like we're at 82.5. So 83 and 83.5, right? Like there's quite a bit. You're going to have to wait for the next move, or I guess your first option is it breaks through, pull back, and then you sell that. Okay. What I'd prefer is this heads up and kind of does this now. I'd prefer the black, but the blue might work. Okay. That has to do with the breakout or not breakout. But yeah, could you look at this and say retail is long. Should you get short? Well, the thing is, where are their stops? Here, right? So that's where you're going to get a move like this. It goes through, and then bears take profit, and you get an upward move. Okay? And now retail goes long again, and then you wipe them out a second time. Could that be the basis of your strategy? Simply stop hunting on retail traders? Yeah, you know what I like about that favor is it just sounds good. Imagine if you had to explain your trading strategy to somebody and you're like, you find markets in which retail is heavily long or heavily short, and you hunt their stops. People are always going to say like, wait, what? What did you just say? Yeah. I wait for heavily long or heavily short markets by retail investors, and then I hunt their stops. I prey on them. I'm the killer whale, and they're baby seals. I mean, it just sounds good, doesn't it, Favor? So yeah, you bet. So I'm naked trading here. This is how you scalp. This is going in my strategy book, by the way. Darkness imprisoning me. All I see. Yeah, this is what you do when you're scalping. Keep yourself busy. Well, I don't want to go too long, so I think you already got everything. Remember, if you're in my day trading group or my swing trading group, how about Michael? How about this? It's like Orca of power. Power orca. How about the London killer whale? That was not bad. So let me repeat. If you're in my day trading group, or if you're in my swing trading group, swing trading is $99 a month. We do a stop, look, and correct session every Tuesday so that you can get personal feedback on your personal trade plans. It's like a weekly mentorship group. Then on Thursdays, we do group work. We roll up our hands, roll up our sleeves, and we actually do work together every Thursday. It's epically good, and it's attended by both the day trading group and the swing trading group. Day trading group meets Sundays and Mondays and Tuesdays and Wednesdays and Thursdays because we're always planning the future. It's good. I'm telling you. It's good. And you might like QuantBox. Honestly, try it. It's $8 for a trial. Try it. It's $8. So when you're like, ask yourself, I wonder about retail positioning. Nothing but the facts, ma'am. So I got to jump. This was real. Peace on earth. May the pips be with you. May your profits be above average. I hope to see you in the swing trading group today at 4. Cheers. Oh, and one more thing. That just happened.